Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. One of the many wonderful things about being a YouTuber is that occasionally a company will send me an email and ask me if they can send me a product to review. And this is one of those occasions because a company has sent me this box which has got a cordless lawnmower in it. And of course, they want me to open the box, read the instructions, assemble the product, demonstrate it and review it. That's exactly what I will be doing in this video. Okay, how do I review a cordless lawnmower? What would be my criteria? What would be your criteria? Well, I've written a list of my criteria on a pad here. I will run through it very quickly and it will appear on the screen in front of your eyes. So it's things like, for me, the battery runtime, the width, the deck size, the lawn size suitability, what size lawn is it appropriate for, the charge time, how long does it take to charge up, the box capacity, how much grass can it collect, the cutting height options, the propulsion type, does it power itself or do you have to push it, is it heavy, is it manoeuvrable, can it mulch, can it be folded up so that you can store it in a garage? With an electric mower, can it even be stowed vertically? Because I wouldn't want to do that with a petrol one, but you might get away with it with an electric one. Of course, the price point, is it value for money? And also customer service and reviews. Now that's my criteria. Would you add anything to that criteria? If so, put it in the comments box below this video and I will give you my opinion on your criteria. Right, I've got to assemble the product. I'm going to assemble it in a separate video. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to open the box and there's a piece of MDF here. I will put everything inside that box along that MDF so we can see what we've got. Then I'm going to read the instructions, which will probably include charging it up. I will charge it. Then I will demonstrate it and review it. And if you want to see the video about assembling it, of course I will put the link to that one in the description box below this video. I will unbox it, when fast forward with a little bit of music, and you'll see the things magically appear on this board in front of me. Okay, so I have now assembled the mower and there is a complete video on assembly in the description box below this video, but suffice it to say, it was very straightforward. All I had to do was attach two wheels, lock it here in a comfortable position, attach this top bit, assembled, easy as that. Got a grass box, it's also got a mulch attachment. Now mine comes with two batteries and one charger. Now you can buy a version with two chargers. Both batteries have got to be fully charged and you've got to fully charge them before the first use. And they both go into this little box here. And I will be putting them in and demonstrating it in a minute, but just to reiterate, they've both got to be fully charged and they've both got to be in the machine before you use it. Now, you plug them in. It took about an hour each battery to charge, but it does say on the instructions it will take 3 hours for a full charge. And there's a little charge meter here. So when you plug them in, there's a red light, and then when they're charged up, there's a green light. And I hope you can see, but there's a little meter there and it's got 4 squares on. 4 green lights means it's fully charged, and then as it loses charge, that will go down. Right. I suppose I ought to refer now to my criteria and start doing the proper review. Incidentally, it does have an adjustable deck height, and you can see here it goes all the way down to a very short cut and all the way up to a long cut. You'd use the long cut for the first cut in the spring, and obviously if your grass is quite long, and then you can go progressively down. There's 6 different height settings. Very easy to adjust, I have to say. It's quite light, so lifting it up using that lever, very easy. It's got a handle here for carrying it. Right, let's get the batteries on. It's been really, really hot since they sent me this and the grass has hardly grown, but I will find some bits of grass to cut and we'll test the different height settings. But for now, let's just get these batteries installed. One. As simple as that. I suppose if you're going to use this and flatten the batteries, you could just charge them up overnight before you use it again. Right. Battery runtime, well, we don't know yet, we'll come back to that. Deck size, well, apparently this is an 18-inch cutting deck. Lawn size suitability, right, well, it's apparently good for 500 square meters, one charge, so we'll see about that. Box capacity, well, you can see how much it's going to pick up. I'm not going to be using that. I'm actually going to be using the mulcher, which I'm going to install now. Actually, I'm going to take a battery out. In fact, I'll take both of them out. That's how easy it is to take the batteries out before I put this in, because I don't want to be putting my fingers anywhere near a blade that might be rotating. Obviously it's not going to, but just for safety. Right, that's installed. Let's have a look at the blade actually. Yeah, there's the blade inside. Underneath, I should say. Back in with the batteries. And we're now good to go. Let's see. Has a green button here. You pull this lever in. And it started. I don't know if you can hear me. That's very quiet. It feels really rather space age. It's an unusual sensation to be pushing an electric battery powered cordless lawnmower. That was on the highest setting. I'm going to drop it down to, let's say, the middle one and see how we get on with that. Well, I'm just playing here, aren't I, really? And you probably can't see any difference. So we really need to find some longer grass where we can actually prove that it's cutting. Well, this grass here is slightly longer in the shade of the hedge. I'm going to put the grass box on because I do want to demonstrate that it is actually cutting. So let's remove the mulch attachment and install the grass box. Easy as that. And I'm going to go on to a relatively low setting, not the very shortest. This is the second from the shortest, and we'll just run along here and see what happens, see how it copes. I have to say, it's almost too easy. It's a weird feeling. I'm used to pushing a petrol mower around. I'm used to it feeling like hard work. This feels easy. It does feel like my mum's old lawn mower used to feel like. One that was connected by a cable to a plug socket. It's got that kind of feel to it, but you're completely disconnected from a cable. So it's kind of strange in a way. Right, let's see what's in this grass box. Just to prove it was mowing. Yeah, quite a nice crop of grass cuttings there. I'm going to find some really long grass now and give it a real test. Okay, so just here around my watering hole feature, quite a bit of long grass. And I want to get into the edge of this water feature, so I'm going to use this. Right, let's have a go. And obviously for this long grass, I'm going to put it on the highest setting. You can always go down a bit well, it's coped with that with absolutely no problem. Very easy to manoeuvre. I'd like to have a go at taming these longer pieces of grass around this olive tree. Again, I'm doing this on the high setting, obviously. Again, very easy, very lightweight, very manoeuvrable. And we have quite a lot of grass cuttings there. I'm going to push my luck a little bit here because I've got some long grass which has actually got some plum saplings in it. They've come up from a root below the ground. So let's have a go. Let's see how tough it is. Right, on the high setting first, press the button, squeeze the handle. Well, so far it's doing exactly what it should do. It's a cordless lawnmower. It's cordless. It's mowing lawns. It's doing exactly what it says on the tin. Made short work of some plum saplings. Right, going to take it back into the garden and have a look at my buying criteria. Now, when I get given products, I have to take out any bias. It's easy to be favourable towards a product because you've been given it for free. So I try and remove the bias. What do I genuinely think? I genuinely like it. It's lightweight. It was easy to use. The instructions were easy, and assembly was easy. It's cutting the grass. It's cutting long grass and short grass. Now my mum, who's 81 this month, I think she'd have no problem using this. And it's actually very easy to adjust the. It's lightweight, and that lightweightness speaks to how easy it is to use. You just saw a fast forward clip where I was zipping up and down. It was easy to turn the corner, and it was very manoeuvrable. So far I'm very pleased. Right, my criteria. The battery runtime, well, we don't know, do we? I can tell you that it says it's good for 500 square meters on the instructions, but I've not tested that. What I need to do is I need to wait till we've had a good spell of rain and the grass has grown, and then I will recharge it, and I will do another video where I just cut a large lawn, and you'll find a link to that video in the description box below. Deck size, well, yes, it is what it is. It's 18 inches and it cuts 18 inches wide, and I'm happy with that. Lawn size suitability, well, I've got a large lawn. I suspect it could cut all of this lawn in one sitting. We will see when I do that full video. Charge time, well, 3 hours. Yeah. Charge it overnight, no problem. Box capacity, well, you can see how big the box is. The bigger the box, the heavier it would be, but the smaller the box, the more time you have to empty it. The longer the grass, the more times you have to empty it. I'm more interested in the mulching feature because that makes my life so much easier. I don't have to pick up the cuttings. Propulsion type, it's not self-propelled. You do have to push it, but it is lightweight, so it's easy. Cutting height options, well, there are 6. From very long, and you saw it cut very long, to very short. Can it mulch? Yes. Weight and manoeuvrability, tick. Can it be folded? Well, it can be folded because you can just release these little locks here, and it's completely foldable, uppable, and so that would fit into quite a small space. The price point, well, it depends whether there's any special offers on, doesn't it? I will put the full price and the current discounted price on the screen, and I will also put a link in the description box below this video. You should check my link just in case there's any special offers or discounts at the moment. Customer service, hard to say. I've not tested it, but I'll take them at the word. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I will assume you get good customer service. There is a number, so at least you've got a number to ring. Right, very happy. As I said earlier, they've supported me, so have a look at the link, and if you like it, buy one. I would buy one, I think. I think they're about 140 quid, 150 quid, something like that. I think it's worth the money. I'll see you soon for some more cordless and lightweight and manoeuvrable lawnmower adventures. Bye for now.